and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because we are connecting to the sign of Sagittarius for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, wherever you have the Sag placement in your chart. Before we get started, DM my Instagram in the description below if you'd like a private tarot reading. You can ask whatever question you want, okay? Like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and comment below what video you want to see next. So let's just get right into it for Sagittarius. Okay. Okay, fine. I'll take that card. For sun, moon, rising, and Venus, I just don't like to take cards when they start flying before I even get into it, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. You guys may have a lot to say, or the universe has a lot to say to you. Let's see what's going on for Sag. I'm a star. Sheriff badge. Nicki Minaj. All right, let's keep going. All right, so we have, intuitive nudges, listen and be proud. Yeah, the universe definitely has some things it's trying to say to you. Intuitive nudges, be proud, and listen. So let's get into intuitive nudges. At the bottom of this one, it says, intuition is the language of the soul. We are all born aware with a profound sense of inner knowing. Intuition is one of the greatest gifts that we possess, which keeps us connected to our higher selves, the universe, and to our divine spirit. So our intuition is definitely nudging at us at this time, and it's in your best interest if you would listen, because I feel some downloads, some information coming through that's going to be valuable to you, Sagittarius. So let's get into that listen card. You have to be willing to listen if you really want to understand someone. Now is not the time to offer advice, but to be a compassionate listener. To listen fully and intently means to pay attention, not to what's being said, but what also lies beneath the words. So you're being asked to, first of all, follow your intuition, listen to your intuition, but also listening to people instead of, being quick to offer up advice. You guys may be like me, where it's like you hear something, that someone is going through and you just want to fix it. You just immediately want to fix it. Me personally, I'm trying to get out of that energy where I just want to fix things, because I hate to see people down or upset or struggling with something. I just want to help and solve the problem. But I feel like it's important right now just to listen. Also, here's another thing, Sagittarius. Maybe you've been helping people too much, and it's time to dial that back, because you got to understand that to a degree, even though you're helping someone else, you're still giving up some part of you, some portion of your own energy. And I think it's just time to be a compassionate listener, compassionate, understanding, reaffirming, comforting, but not to jump to extend your own energy for the sake of someone else, especially if they won't do it for you, cha. And then we have be proud. It is time to celebrate all that you have achieved, all that you are, and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and to be proud. So yeah, Sagittarius, you definitely haven't given yourself enough credit. I feel like you've been such a helpful, reaffirming, force of supportive energy for other people and for matters and things that really don't have too much to directly do with you. And it's time to be proud for what you've accomplished. It's time to be your own cheerleader instead of everyone else's. It's time to celebrate yourself for the things that you've done, and the things that you've accomplished. So let's keep going and see what else comes up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Hermit, and the Emperor card in reverse. At the bottom of the Ten of Swords, it says everything is fine. This is the Ten of Swords card, though. So with this Hermit card in reverse, it's definitely time to get out of the routine. Sometimes there definitely is power in routine. There's power in the norm. There's power in doing things that, you're used to doing. But right now, honestly, I just feel like the most power that you're going to get is by having fun, celebrating the things that you've done recently, even small things, you know, taking time to celebrate yourself, be proud of yourself, be proud of who you are and what you've done. Listen to your intuition. They're trying to send you more information, and they're trying to unlock new levels. They being your higher self, universe, God, spirit, the divine, your guides, whatever it is that you believe in as the higher power, or even your own inner power, you know, is trying to be unlocked. So it's definitely time to get out of that mold of the norm, what you normally do. If you're normally just always that person who's there for other people, it's time to be there for yourself for a minute. And then at the bottom of the Ten of Swords energy, I feel you truly moving on beyond the things that have, you know, worked against you, or the things that have, you know, kind of pulled at your energy, pulled you down recently. The Ten of Swords upright, everything is fine, but everything is not fine. It says that at the bottom of the card, but everything is not fine. She's on her phone ignoring her hurt and her pain. That's not working through it. It's not fine. And we all know, everyone will, you know, people always say it's fine when it's really like not fine. Or people will say okay when they're not okay and things are not okay. And you're probably about to catch these hands. Yes. But with the everything is fine Ten of Swords card in reverse, I genuinely see you guys actually moving on. I do. Moving on from, you know, this cycle of just being the support system and allowing yourself to be supported. And then we have the Emperor card in reverse. You're not going against the grain anymore. You're not fighting yourself. You're not fighting against the universe. You're surrendering, and that's absolutely beautiful. I'm so proud of you, Sagittarius, because that is something that you guys do struggle with. You struggle to, you know, tap into your intuition and to trust the universe. You'd rather do things on your own so that, you know, things get done. And I relate to that so hard. I'd rather just do everything myself than wait on someone else to do it for me. But it really is in your best interest to, you know, be that beacon of light that you are for other people's, for yourself for a while, and, you know, tap into your own personal power and celebrate yourself. I feel like it's time to celebrate, Sag. I do. Even if you don't feel like you've done anything recently, it's still time for celebration because you're still alive and you made it this far. So we have chemistry, stop being bossy, and pump your brakes. You know, honestly, I feel like some of you have gotten away from someone who's taking too much of your energy. You've decided to officially, and that's really, you know, kind of what we've been talking about all along throughout your spread, but it's like you're finally surrendering to what you're being moved to do, and what you've been moved to do is to set healthy boundaries. So you're doing that. You're telling someone you're asking for too much of me. You're telling someone you're being too bossy. You're, you know, demanding too much of my time, energy, and attention, and you're releasing that. And because of that, it's bringing chemistry into your life. And this doesn't even have to necessarily be with another person. It's just like you genuinely feel like you're on the right path and you are in alignment. Let's see what else we get. Oops. Sagittarius. Okay, all these cards just want to fly out today. Yeah, beautiful. So we have the tribe, truth be told, and round and round. Basically, you told someone, I'm not going about with you anymore. I'm getting off this ride. I've rode this ride long enough. I've had my fun. You've had your fun. I'm getting off of this ride, even if it's just temporary, because I have to make sure I feed into myself. And here's another thing. One thing that I learned from, you know, one of my more recent past relationships is I'm not the best version of myself. I'm not the version of me that you like, that you love, that you fell in love with, that you enjoy, unless I have my personal time where I can kind of recharge, regroup, just feed in energy into myself and not focus on you or anyone else for that matter. And that's one of the things that I learned, that, you know, I need my time, my space where I can kind of recharge and get back in alignment. And I feel like you've finally realized that and you're moving accordingly. Truth be told, you're being honest with the situation and other people, and you've let them know we've gone round and round and round and round in this cycle. And I can't take time to fix you. I can't take time to spend on you right now. I need some time alone, but it's actually bringing you closer to your tribe. The people who are emotionally balanced and working through the stuff that they need to work through, they will understand. If people are freaking out because you're saying you need some space, some alone time, or you need to value, you know, yourself, spend more time with yourself. If people are freaking out and they're throwing tantrums, they're not balanced. They haven't done the stuff that they need to do. You doing this is bringing you closer to your real tribe, the people who are really put in your life to truly be lifelong friends, to help you through the rest of this earth experience, however long you're here, and to help you navigate through earth and grow as a person, etc. But the people who are like freaking out and being irrational and, you know, being mean even just because you know, need to go through what you need to go through, they're not meant to be in your life anyway, you know, at least not until they grow up. You know, at least not until they go through the things that they, okay, these wanted to come out, not until they're, you know, they've worked through some more of their stuff, because that's not your responsibility. And I think you're realizing that. You're realizing, okay, some of this is not on me. Some of this is not my responsibility. It is not my responsibility to take care of everyone. Beautiful. Bottom of the deck, the Eight of Pentacles. I just felt moved to see what was at the bottom of the deck. And it's like, yeah, you're working on your project. You're working on building up your pentacles, whether this is money, whether it's bringing you closer to the Ten of Pentacles, you know, which is represented by a couple, you know, pets, dogs, and baby, like that full family picture with financial stability as a cherry on top. Whether you're working towards that big family picture, whether you're working on your own stuff, just taking time to just focus on you, you're taking that time. You're taking that time. All right. So things are not as they appear. Most people are just trying to survive, and you have more options than you realize. I love that energy, Sagittarius. You have more options than you realize. And that's what I was talking about before, where it's like this tribe energy. You may feel like you've lost someone recently, or like you're losing people, but you're actually being brought closer to people who actually add value in your life. Not people who are just comfortable, people you're used to dealing with, ratata, ray-tay-tay, you know, people who are actually here for you and love you for you and support you, even if you need to take time away from them, still there for you, still love you. I've had that happen to me before. I have my best friend, we don't even talk every day. Like sometimes we go a couple months without talking to each other. We really do. Life gets crazy. We all go through our own stuff. Typically it's not more than a month. Let me not be dramatic, but sometimes we have in the past, but like literally when we meet back together, it is like nothing stopped. Time didn't stop. We're just as close as we were before, because, you know, genuinely we understand that sometimes you need your space, and we give each other that. And that's why we're so close. That's why you know, she's a member of my genuine tribe that I'll go through the rest of my life probably with. But yeah, guys, most people are just trying to survive. You guys are thriving. You're in this thriving kind of energy, and you're thriving because you're listening to your own body. If you've been extremely fatigued, these things will manifest in physical ways. If you've been extremely fatigued, if you've been like overeating, undereating, if you've been unmotivated, if you've been, you know, having like these weird symptoms of just like a cold almost even, you know, that can manifest physically. If you're overextending your energy, that can physically have a manifestation in your life. So that could be a sign. And then things are not as they appear. You know what, Sagittarius? I gotta be honest, I don't know exactly what this energy is. Should I clarify? Let me just clarify. Why not? We're in this. Let's clarify. Let's have some fun. Things are not as they appear. I just want to know what what that card is talking about. Things are not as they appear. I'm just personally curious what that is. Okay, let me look at these for a second. We have the Two of Swords, the Hanged One in reverse, and the Eight of Swords in reverse. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. I get it. You guys are choosing to see what you want to see. If you look at the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords, they both have blindfolds over themselves. Also with the Eight of Swords, she's surrounded by danger, yes, but she can shimmy out of these ropes and she can, you know, get the blindfold off of her face so she can see them and move accordingly. The Two of Swords, I mean, she's literally sitting there with just a blindfold in her face. She is confused because she wants to be confused. Look at her. But anyway, the Hanged One, you know, this is all about surrender. I think you guys are choosing to see what you want to see. It's like you're choosing to see the bright side of people. You're choosing to overextend your energy, and the universe is like, let's see things for what they really are, or let's, you know, kind of try to have a little bit of a more pessimistic attitude about certain things, certain people, so that we can grow from here. Pessimistic, basically, you know, glass half empty. Let's look at the shadow stuff so we can handle it. And I think the shadow stuff is just that you're giving too much of yourself, Sag. I think you're just giving too much of yourself, and you're allowing people to tell you who you are and what your value is, or you're placing your value in what you can do in other people. Sorry, Sag, I don't know if you guys heard that, but my doorbell rang, so I had to get that addressed real quick. But yeah, let's keep going. Let's see what the spirit animals have to say. I don't know if I finished my thought before I went to grab the doorbell. I'm probably like out of breath, sounding like I'm on an elliptical. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, I don't know if I finished my thought, but I was saying, I feel like you guys, for some of you, you may have placed your value in what you can offer to other people. And the universe is saying, all right, let's turn around that energy. Let's offer up something to self, Sagittarius. Let's take a moment to celebrate self. Just listen to people, be there for them, you know, in spirit. But I think it's time to draw back your energy a bit. That's hilarious. So we have the beaver spirit, the chameleon spirit, and the coyote spirit. I just think the chameleon spirit card is funny. At the bottom of that one, it says act as if. And the first thing I think is act as if you care, but like still do what you need to do. Yeah, guys, it's definitely, you definitely want to vibrate in a way where you are, you know, still be there for people again. Like, don't make it crystal clear that you're separating from people, because you don't want people to have a tantrum. You don't want people to lash out on you, etc. But you know, just be there for people in a very limited quantity at this time. Beaver spirit, at the bottom of this card, it says lay a solid foundation. I think it's just time to reanalyze what you want and what you need, and to move towards that. And then we have the coyote spirit. At the bottom of this card, it says trust in divine detours. So you may feel like you're on a totally different path than you were before, and that may scare you, Sagittarius, but the point is not to be afraid from it, just to know that things are moving. Things are constantly moving and changing. That's the way, you know, the world works. And it's really just about rolling with those punches. All right, let me pull some moon cards. Yeah, so we have the void of course moon, the mutable moon, and the new moon in Aquarius. Okay, void of course moon. At the bottom of this card, it says nothing will come of this situation. I don't think that this card means what you may think it means. Nothing will come of this situation. This is more about, you know, if there's no movement, things can't change, things can't grow. So we need to create some space for your growth, Sagittarius. I think you're stunted a bit in giving too much of your energy, and it's time to take some back. At the bottom of the mutable moon card, nothing is yet set in stone. If someone told you, I'm done with you recently, nothing is yet set in stone. Nothing is, you know, officially been decided. Things can definitely still change. And then we have the new moon in Aquarius. At the bottom of this one, it says bring love into the situation. Bring love into the situation. So don't operate from a state of fear. You don't have to, you know, even one of the things I realized is, you know, it's probably better not to announce certain things to people. It's better, you know, to just step away instead of announcing, I'm leaving your life, I need space now, because that's when people get to acting crazy. So just slowly but surely, in a loving way, step back from other people so that you can take some time for you. So yeah, babe, that was your spread. DM my Instagram in the description below if you'd like a private tarot reading. You can ask whatever question you want, okay? Like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and comment below what video you want to see next. I love you, Sagittarius. Be careful what you wish for, and I will see you in the next one.